God Help the Poor by Samuel Bamford, Handloom weaver. God help the poor who on this wintry morn come forth from alleys dim and courts obscure. God help yon poor pale girl who droops forlorn and meekly her affliction doth endure. God help her outcast lamb, she trembling stands, all wan her lips and frozen red her hands. Her sunken eyes are modestly downcast, her night black hair streams on the fitful blast. Her bosom, passing fair, is half revealed, and oh, so cold, the snow lies there congealed. Her feet benumbed, her shoes all rent and worn. God help the outcast lamb, who stands forlorn. God help the poor. God help the poor. An infant's feeble wail comes from yon narrow gateway, and behold, a female crouching there, so deathly pale, huddling her child to screen it from the cold. Her vesture scant, her bonnet crushed and torn, a thin shawl doth her baby dear enfold, and so she bides the ruthless gale of morn, which almost to her heart hath sent its cold. And now she, sudden, darts a ravening look, as one with new hot bread goes past the nook. And as the tempting load is onward borne, she weeps, God help the helpless one forlorn. God help the poor. God help the poor. Behold yon famished lad, no shoes nor hosts his wounded feet protect. With limping gait and looks so dreamy sad, he wanders onward, stopping to inspect each window stored with articles of food. He yearns but to enjoy one cheering meal. Oh, to the hungry palate, viands rude would yield a zest the famished only feel. He now devours a crust of mouldy bread, with teeth and hands the precious boon is torn, unmindful of the storm that round his head impetuous sweeps. God help thee, child forlorn. God help the poor. God help the poor. Another have I found, a bowed and venerable man is he. His slouched hat with faded crape is bound. His coat is grey, and threadbare too, I see. The rude winds seem to mock his hoary hair. His shirtless bosom to the blast is bare. And on he turns and casts a wistful eye, and with scant napkin wipes the blinding spray, and looks around as if he fain would spy friends he had feasted in his better day. Ah, some are dead, and some have long forborne to know the poor, and he is left forlorn. God help the poor. God help the poor who in lone valleys dwell, or by far hills where whin and heather grow. Theirs is a story sad indeed to tell, yet little cares the world, and less 'twould know, about the toil and want men undergo. The wearying loom doth call them up at morn. They work till worn out nature sinks to sleep. They taste, but are not fed. The snow drifts deep around the fireless cot and blocks the door. The night storm howls a dirge across the moor. And shall they perish thus, oppressed and lorn? Shall toil and famine, hopeless, still be borne? No, God will yet arise and help the poor. Well, the poor are still with us, and God seems to be helpless. Men could help, but they have chosen not to. But that could change. The rich, beware